but Odin does have about 4 Ultralists there, so it looks like that Medic and Marine group is going to take it out. Again, his force is splintered because he was trying to maneuver them away from the Defiler Swarm, and the group of Ultralists is able to take out Flash's Medic and Marine. But nevertheless, Flash, in a moment of inspiration, takes out all of the drones in that expo. So even though Flash lost that Medic and Marine force, he actually ignored the Ultralists, realizing that he wasn't going to be able to kill them, and he killed off all the drones, hurting Odin's economy yet again. And Odin's economy is constantly being harassed by Flash, and it's very important to note that in contrast, Flash has not taken any hits to his economy thus far. Any incursions that have been in Flash's base by Odin have not actually managed to kill off any SCVs, so that is absolutely brilliant play by Flash. Odin now with a group does have Ultralists up, and Flash irradiating those Ultralists, anticipating them far ahead, and Odin again with a Scourge trying to take out a Science Vessel, but he didn't have enough Scourges there. I have to say, Odin, though he has killed a few Science Vessels, his Scourge use hasn't been the best. He has lost a lot of Scourges needlessly, and it looks like he's going to lose about 3 Ultralists needlessly, just sitting in the middle of that doing nothing. He might as well send them into attack and sacrifice them if he's going to do that, because those 3 Ultralists have not done anything. And Flash has got a tank and a Medic and Marine group taken up, so Flash anticipating Odin's attack. Odin was waiting for the Defiler. Play goes off a lot of Flash's Science Vessels and Marines, and that Defiler had enough energy for cast a Swarm, re-energize, cast a Plague on another Swarm, and now that the Scourges get taken out, trying to take out a Science Vessel, another one of the Science Vessels taken out. The Science Vessels are plagued. Unfortunately, I do feel that using Scourge versus Plague Science Vessels isn't the best thing to do. You're better off having a couple of Mutalisks, because it just takes a single hit from a Mutalist to take out the Science Vessel. Those Scourge are cheaper and more expendable, and it looks like Odin might be able to actually take out this Expo at the 9 o'clock, at the 10 o'clock position of Flash's. Flash has killed off all of Odin's forces, though there doesn't seem to be reinforcements streaming afterwards. Odin does have more reinforcements coming, though. Even though Flash was able to defend that base, Odin's got reinforcements coming. Even though Odin was able to swarm and cast Plague, Flash still held against that attack. Odin, though, has got his reinforcements, and he's now established a barrier at that ramp from his troops, and Flash is forced to lift that command center and remove the CCs. But again, I note that Flash hasn't lost any of his Science Vessels. Odin didn't actually kill those Science Vessels. Even though Flash has lifted that command center, Odin didn't kill the Science Vessels. And the choice of placing that base at the 11 o'clock position, I do feel is, at the 2 o'clock position, I feel is quite questionable by Odin, because that base can be sieged from Flash's main with the siege tank, and Flash is doing that, and he's taken out the extractor there that Odin had put down. And Odin, once again, with his Ultralists, Odin seems to have his forces spread out all over the map. He doesn't seem to have a large group of force taking on Flash's units at any single point in time. That lone Ultralist is just going to get taken down. So the battle continues to seesaw. I do feel that Odin's economy has taken more hits than Flash, and on that level, I would have to give Flash a little bit of an advantage. Odin now, with that Mutalist, finally, he's picked off one of the Science Vessels. That's why I said Mutalists are much better. If you can support them, if you can have a few Zerglings or whatever take a hit for the Mutalist, and the Mutalist finally gets irradiated. Is he going to be able to take another Science Vessel down? No, he's not. The Mutalist gets killed off between the Irradiate and the Medic and Marines, and Flash again displaying great micro. Despite the fact that Flash has lost a lot of forces, a lot of Medic and Marines, and a lot of Science Vessels, he continues to have a massive force on the ground in battle at all time, and Flash once again taking out another Expo. So he's preventing Odin from growing, and Flash once again moving in with the Science Vessels. Those Science Vessels are protected by Medic and Marines, so Odin is rushing forward to Flash's Expo again because he feels it's undefended. Flash irradiating his own Science Vessels, he's going to take out a lot of Flash irradiating his own Science Vessels is going to take a lot of Odin's drones, but Flash's Expo is under siege now. Flash might find himself in trouble here if Odin can get in and surround those barracks, because Flash will then find his army getting killed as it pops out, and that's exactly what Odin is trying to do. He's trying to establish himself on that barracks line, and Odin, though, looks like he might actually be able to pull it off here, and Flash runs back with his irradiated Science Vessels, and he's using his self-irradiated Science Vessels to actually try and kill off the Zerglings. He's irradiating the Ultralists, and it looks like Flash will be able to save his main. He's forced to retreat with his forces, and Odin pushing him back there. But again, I note that no damage was done to Flash's economy with that attack. Odin doing a great job of actually getting in, breaking past those bunkers and getting into Flash's main, but his attacking force gets taken out. Odin, they're keeping the pressure on, trying to push Flash on the back foot. Flash has got about 20 medics. His Marines have been the ones that have been killed constantly, and you've got to feel, and oh my god, because of the large volume of medics there, that small group of Marines actually held off that large force of Zerglings until reinforcements could arrive. And Flash, once again, with the Science Vessels, looks like he's going to use self-irradiate, and Flash has been using the irradiate on those Science Vessels quite liberally. He's been willing to raise those Science Vessels because I feel he feels he has enough production to be able to do that, and once again he's killed off a lot of drones. So Odin really struggling in terms of his economy. Flash once again, this time going for the Expo at the 330 position, and Flash must have killed at least 20 to 30 of Odin's drones by now. Odin, though, has got a couple of Scourges up, and some of these Science Vessels are going to get taken down, one science vessel gets taken down, but oh my god, the Irradiate takes out the Scourge, the Irradiate on the science vessel takes out the Scourge, and Odin, seeing Flash's science vessel approach, trying to move those drones away, and Flash is just killing off all of Odin's drones without mercy, and Odin's just going to find his economy in tatters now. Odin's going to find it very hard, because Flash's economy is flourishing. He's retaken that expansion at the 10 o'clock position. He's got a lot of troops. Plague goes off on Flash's medic and marines. The Ultralisk and Zerglings swarm in, and they should be able to take out this force, but Flash has got reinforcements on the way, so once again Flash is probably going to be able to hold this, despite the fact that Odin has been toe-to-toe with Flash throughout this battle, despite the fact that he's been killing a lot of Flash's troops. He has not been able to hurt Flash's economy. That's what he needs to do. He needs to actually hurt Flash's economy, because his own economy has been harassed continuously, and once again Flash, with the aid of that dropship dropping more troops in and the science vessel coming through, is able to hold out that attack. Odin forced to retreat, and Odin's going to find it hard to keep up this flow of battle, and Odin not microing well, they're not multitasking. He's got that Mutalisk hitting that science vessel doing nothing, hitting that science facility doing nothing, where he should have been going for the science vessels, and Flash just using those science vessels mercilessly against Odin, irradiating Flash's units, Odin's units at will. And Samson Khan, dejected looks all around the table, because they do feel that the momentum has swung firmly in Flash's favor, because his economy is booming. Odin now forced to reduce to producing a small scattering of Zerglings and Ultralisks, and you've got to feel that he's not going to be lasting in this match very long, and this is going to be a 3-1 defeat for Samson Khan if Flash should win this game, after having lost their last match to Handmade Stars 3-0, so Samsung being knocked off their pedestal. Odin's economy in tatters. He does not have any drones left mining anywhere. He's got only a handful of drones, so his economy in tatters. He can't produce a lot of drones to recoup his economy, at the same time produce enough Ultralisks and Zerglings to stay in the battle versus Flash's resurgent forces, and you've got to feel that Flash is now going to win this game. I think the key point is that Odin was unable to do any damage, despite the fact that he attacked Flash consistently. He was unable to do any damage, and secondly, he was not able to kill enough science vessels. Because he didn't do enough damage to Flash's economy, Flash continued to pump out those science vessels, and even though Odin killed a good number of science vessels, he could not kill enough, because you can see Flash with a group of 12 science vessels, almost a full control group of science vessels, and you've got to feel there's nothing Odin can do at this point to come back in the match, and the KTF coach is all smiles. He realizes that this match is almost as good as over, that KTF are going to win, and Flash, the Wonder Kid, produces the goods yet again, and against Zerg player who didn't play all too badly. Odin now with a last-ditch attack. Flash in his first force of new mode though has seen that attack coming, and Flash multitasking quite well, and once again maneuvering his medics and marines around that swarm, and he just doesn't care anymore. He's just overpowering Odin completely. He just doesn't care what Odin has or what Odin does. Odin just simply does not have enough to actually mount a considered fight against Flash's forces. And I think really the key would be at the SCVs, the sheer number of SCVs that Flash made, and the fact that Odin didn't actually kill any of them. Odin unsuccessfully harassing with his Mutalisk. Odin's Mutalisk harass was unsuccessful. He wasn't able to slow Flash's economy down, and that probably was the key point in the matchup that has allowed Flash to come, and Odin refusing to give up, but this game is over. Flash with another convincing victory against a Zerg player, and you've got to feel that Flash is going to be very difficult to stop. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to stop Flash. I believe his next opponent is Bisu, and I'm not sure if Bisu is going to be able to stop Flash. It'll be interesting to see how Flash fares against a top Protoss player. We've seen him defeat a top Terran player in Terran versus Terran. We've seen that he can be very strong against very good Zerg players. The question remains of how good exactly he's going to be against the top Protoss players, but this guy certainly looks like the complete package. I do apologize if that commentary appeared a bit disjointed, and if you heard that mobile phone ringing in the middle. I was unfortunately interrupted on a couple of times in the middle of the commentary, and I didn't want to restart it all over again, because it is quite a long VOD. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. This is Klazart. Thanks for listening, and thanks again to Yaki and DCInside.com for posting the VODs at the Team Liquid forums. This is Klazart. Thanks for listening.
이영호 선수는 달아났어요. 이영호 선수는 다른 편 아니에요.
네, 다르네요. 그게 정말 오늘 대경기 정말 엎치락 뒤치락 정말 수준 높고